Aloha and welcome to another edition of the Guam Crime Stoppers Report. And once again joining us is Officer Paul Tapao, who is the coordinator of the program. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Paul, I was looking at GPD's weekly update, and for our viewers at home who are not familiar with this, it's essentially a wrap of the crimes that have been committed in recent weeks. In the most recent report, it highlights the number as well as the types of cases between April and the beginning of June. The report notes there were a total of 768 cases reported, and mind you, that is within a 60-day time frame. Looking at those numbers even further, there were 86 burglaries, that's more than one a day, 12 robberies, 86 assaults, 146 reported DUIs, 34 reports of vandalism, and the list goes on. From your perspective, you're out there in the streets every single day. What do you believe is happening in our community?
Well, we can relate a lot of to the stats based on the social issues that is occurring within our island, whether it be to just within the home, a loss of a job, or just a dependency on drugs. A lot of the crimes against people and property are actually those related to social issues, which I had mentioned. It all deals with the person and the upbringing, of course, their homes and when they live it and everything. If the dependency is to go out there to survive, if they're saying that they need to survive by breaking into homes, that's a reason why, through unemployment or again through the dependency of drugs.
Okay. How serious would you say a drug problem we have here?
It's an epidemic. We're actually seeing a rise in reports coming into the schools where kids are actually bringing drugs into the schools, and a lot of the crimes related to crimes against people, such as the robberies and the break-ins, we can easily relate that to drugs. And it's an epidemic that we are trying drastically to grasp and take control of, but we're asking the community for their help.
You were talking about youth and bringing drugs into the school. Are we seeing, I guess, an increase in youth crimes?
Yes, it's rising. The youths now the crimes they're committing are actually getting kind of violent, which draws a concern, not just to the Guam Police Department, but also to the Department of Education and, the community where they live in, because you have kids that are bringing Schedule Type 1 drugs to also Schedule 2 type drugs. And, gone are the days where now it's, we all have to work together to combat this problem. We're asking everybody to help us work together.
Right, these are just staggering statistics, and that is why we can't stress enough why we need you at home to help out. Here's another way you can, by calling Guam Crime Stoppers. Paul, what do you have for us?
Well, this week's Crime Stoppers is a burglary that occurred in the village of Barragata. It was on Sunday, May 26, at 2 o'clock in the morning, when officers with the Hagåtña precinct responded to a burglary complaint at a home along San Vicente Street in Barragata. According to the police report, the homeowner was sleeping on his couch when he was awoken by the sound of his minor son yelling about someone being in their storage room. The homeowner then walked to his son's room and discovered an unknown male crouched down and sorting through his wife's purse. The homeowner then yelled at the unknown male and instructed him to get out of his house. The homeowner then chased after the suspect as he fled but was unable to catch him. As the homeowner returned to his house, he was informed by his minor daughter that another unknown male individual was standing over her holding a blue flashlight and a knife. The suspect, however, ran out of her bedroom when he heard the other suspect being yelled at. Suspect number 1 is described as male, possibly Chamorro or Chuukese descent. He appeared to be in the early 20s, heavy set, standing between 5'7" to 5'9" tall, and was wearing a beige t-shirt and dark colored pants and a black knit beanie. Suspect number 2 was also described as male, possibly Chamorro or Chuukese descent. He also appeared to be in the early 20s, has a skinny frame, also stands between 5'7" to 5'9" tall. He was last seen wearing a beige t-shirt and a dark colored pants, and also wearing a knit beanie. Both suspects fled from the residence in an unknown direction. The Guam Crime Stoppers is asking the public's help in solving this case. If you have any information about this case, please call the Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP or text 688-STOP. You can also visit our webpage at www.guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615, 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right, thanks, Paul. Any final comments?
Just, I mean, we're reaching out to the community. This is not just the Guam Police Department's problems. These are everybody's problems. We're asking the community for their help. Please, whatever it takes, let's all try and start doing the right thing, and hopefully we can chip away at the problems that we're facing together as an island. That's all we're asking is let's come forward and let's start making that difference. Let's start making the change for the better.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Once again, if you have any information about the burglary in Barrigada or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP or text 688-STOP. Remember, you can also log on to guam.crimestoppersweb.com. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.